Hey, it's Chuck. CJMadventures@gmail.com. And the snow's gone. We're up the claim, and ended up purchasing some claims further up the river, and the clear cut this year. If you remember, we found that big solid mineral rock, and I was able to do a fire assay on that and get 5 grams of something. So we're up about maybe a kilometer or 2, maybe a kilometer and a half up the river, and yeah, so let's get this camp all ready. First thing we gotta do is get some wood. You gotta love these clear cuts they leave lots of wood. Anyway, show you next what we're gonna do. Well, one of the things I like to do is I like to come down to these little banks and just see what's been running around. Obviously we've got the dogs running around. I saw some moose tracks, but there we go. We got a grizz in the area. Yeah, I don't know, probably about 200 pounds. It's fairly old. It should be okay, but definitely keep the eye out. It's good to have some dogs around here. At least the bear can go after the dogs. So, yeah. Anyway, what we're gonna be doing is it's a little tributary creek that comes up here, and we're gonna get a better shot. We're gonna follow it all the way up, and then it goes all the way up into there. There's a bit of bedrock, so we're gonna check it all out. Hopefully you don't run into that bear. Well, I'd say we got some potentially really good spots. Actually got bedrock right there going into there. Don't see too much mineralization, but basically what we're gonna do is hike up the creek, see if we can find some more spots with bedrock, just to kind of get an idea how deep the bedrock is. It's a good 10 feet down anyway. Yeah, this is looking pretty decent. Lots of little falls in here. Maybe when the weather and the water stops running so much. That looks like maybe a wicked spot to hand, but he said we're gonna head up the creek, see how far we can get up. I know up there is an outcrop up there that I haven't checked out yet. So we're just gonna go up there and see what we got. Yeah, what a beautiful spot. I'm not finding any bedrock yet, but yeah, it is just gorgeous here. Dogs are loving it. Keeping my eye out for quartz and stuff too. I'm finding a little bit of quartz, and I'm hoping up there we're gonna run into a vein. Well, we're getting a little bit closer up there. The pegmatites are starting to turn a little bit darker. So I'm hoping that that will be mineralization. But we'll see. We've still got a bit to go. It's like pickup sticks in there. That's interesting right there. That's some bedrock. That's green. So we're gonna cross over there and see what that is. Well, it didn't turn out to be really anything. There is a green stone on this creek that holds a lot of mineralization in it. So it does pay attention, or pays to stop and have a look, just in case that's that rock. Well, we've made it to one of the outcroppings that I saw with the binoculars. There's still a bigger one up there, and I'm hoping we'll be able to see a quartz vein or something. That's definitely bedrock. Very cool. All right, so we made it around the bend. And here's the outcrop here. I'll have to investigate it a little more. Just said we're looking for either that green, could be up in there, it looks a little darker in there, or we're looking for a quartz vein. So we're gonna hop across and hit the other side. Maybe down here. I don't know. We made it up this far, so let's just keep looking. Well, it looks like we found our bedrock. We'll go screw around in there and see if there's any quartz veins. We're really high up here, so whatever's come down, if there's any kind of gold or precious metals, it would have come down this tributary that's been flowing for a long time. So we're gonna go poke around in there and see what we can find. Okay, so we got right up to it. We're looking here, it's starting to turn green. Little pegmatites and stuff are getting a little bigger. There's a bit of mineralization in there. We'll take that as a sample so we can crush it up. Yeah, let's keep going. Well, we made her up again. More bedrock. You want to get up there. That's the outcropping I can see from down the road. We'll check it out. And then right over in there, I don't know if you can see it, probably not. I'm gonna grab it. Looks like it's got pretty good mineralization. I'm gonna grab that. Well, it turned out not to be really anything. A bit of mineralization in there. We'll take it as a sample. But let's get up over there, check that out. Hopefully there's a quartz vein. We're almost at the top of the mountain. Hopefully there's a quartz vein that comes through there. You see, maybe there's a chunk of quartz right there. Just gotta check it out. Okay, so there's that outcropping up there. We're right here, and we've gone all the way down. We followed this, and there's my truck way down there. So we still got to get to that outcropping, but dogs are loving it. I'm loving it. Well, there's another one of those green stones right there. We'll stop by and check that out on the way back. But that's kind of what we're looking for. That's, we find quartz and we can find that together. I think we should be pretty good, because further down the creek, that's where I was finding it. And there's two tributaries that come out into this, and they're, you know, 1.5 kilometers up the road. Here's one, and then there's another one on the other side, and these are the only two. So this is where it's got to have come from. Yep, way up. Okay, here's that outcrop. We still got to get over there, but to me, from what I've learned, is that's a different change from the bedrock that we were seeing down in there. To me, this looks like more of a pillow lava. Let's see if we can scoot up in there. And from what I know about pillow lavas, is that would have been a vent of lava coming out. This whole valley would have been underwater, and as the lava's coming into hitting the water, it's cooling. So that's good. That means that that's kind of a pipe. So we get over there and check it out. Hopefully that's promising. We got a little bit more up in the bush, and still 3 feet of snow. Wow. Well, we got up here. You can definitely see that it's granite. It's really... I'm gonna keep walking around here and see what we find. Well, I think she turned out to be a bit of a bust. I was kind of hoping that the pegmatites were going to get a little bit bigger, but everything's getting tighter. Might be able to find some, you know, agates or something up in here. Anyway, if anything, we walked up to a beautiful fall. We still got some more we can do, but wow. All right. She beautiful. Right, Cola? Right? Right, Wolfie? Right, Wolfie? We'll give you guys another shot of this waterfall. Really freaking cool. I wonder what that is down in there. I'll dive around in there and see what's going on. There we go. Woohoo! Well, definitely has some beautiful spots in it. to the top of the mountain. We checked out that bedrock over there. I mean, it still goes up a little bit, and on top is what do you call it? A spring, which is feeding all this. So jerk down there. Over here we got cut banks on the other side. This is the main river. Goes through here. There's this tributary here that goes through. And then if you look over on that tree line over there, there's another one that goes through over there. That one we'll go check out too. We'll probably do that tomorrow. But if you wanted to kind of open your eyes just a little bit, I know that we've been taught different geologies in school and sciences and stuff. And quite frankly, I really don't understand a lot of it. But what makes sense to me, and I know some of you guys are gonna call me an idiot for saying this, but to me, it looks like this whole valley, like over on, say, that tree line there, up, all over, you can see, where are we? Right in there. I mean, that's how high this was. And I think that at one time, this was a lake. This whole, all the way from over there, all the way down, past that mountain range up here, because in behind that mountain range is a big canyon. And to me, if this whole thing was filled up with water, it would explain a lot of the deposits here. If this was just a giant lake filling up, you know, there's a spring up there, or glacier up there that feeds the creek. There's another spring up on top. And, you know, this whole valley would have filled up with water, which explains why we have that kind of pillow lava over there. And then soon as that canyon broke its dam, then all this water rushed through and came through. Because if you get down on the bottom, things are way more organized. You can see that they're not really organized. It's just an interesting way of thinking. It may be wrong, but it kind of makes sense to me. So as a prospector and a miner, I want to do things that make sense to me. I don't really care if it goes against the norm. If it makes sense to me and I'm successful, then, well, hey. So just another perspective on how to look. I mean, a lot of it says this was a big glacier, which probably was. Maybe it all melted down, but on our way out of here, I'll show you some organization of the rivers, or the gravels, which is really interesting. But anyway, we're gonna take a walk back down the logging road here, back down to the truck, see if the road exposed any bedrock.